What's your question?
You're going to tee off at Torrey Pines. Who are the other three people playing with you?
Ooh, that's, well, Dave, because he just told me not to take any practice swings, and I just hit a great shot, so he's coming with me to help me. I would say, because I love watching golf, you know, Rory McIlroy, he's fun to watch. He throws the club pretty good, just like I do, it looks like now after this weekend, and I would have to say Bubba Watson. Just to watch him hit a driver would be insane to watch him off a tee box.
Right. Cool. Thank you. Anybody else have a question for Dave Stockton or AJ Allmendinger? Chris, go right here.
AJ, I was trying to find you on Facebook, and I didn't see any official page for you or anything. Is that a mistake, or is that...
No, that is true.
Oh, you're not on Facebook.
That's a lot of work. I have Twitter, so at AJ Dinger. That's I say enough on there. Yeah. I do all my own stuff too. So Jen Chappell, though, she is the best PR in the world. So that's the PR of the race team right there. So any love goes to Jen.
Any other question?
I got a question.
Well, let me get over there, sir. Let me get over there. First of all, while I make my way over to the gentleman over there, Dave Stockton, why don't you tell the folks where you currently play golf? What do you call your second home?
Well, we live in Redlands and do most of the teaching now at Redlands Country Club. And between spending time out on the tour, I'll be in Orlando at Palmer's tournament next week. So, yeah, it's been quite a life. Started here in San Bernardino, and it's great to come out here. I've never been out here today, and this is exciting. Looking forward to coming to the race.
All right, sir, ask your question.
It's not really a golfing question, but it involves hitting. Could you give us the inside scoop on who hit who at Las Vegas on the last lap of Happy Hour?
Honestly, I didn't care because my car was in the garage safe. As long as those 42 other crazy people crash, so I'm not in it. Hats off to them. Makes my job easier.
Dave Allen, if I could ask you if anybody's going to come to the Auto Club 400 this Sunday, March 22nd, what are some of the amenities? Besides the race, what other activities do you have going on surrounding the race?
Well, I think most of the people here are longtime veterans of coming to the track, but we'll have our normal show will be in place along with a few other things. We're bringing back some even more musical entertainment to the infield. So we're gonna have a couple of good cover bands. It should be a lot of fun that are going to be out there. We're going to use our stage to do it. So in the past we've kind of had just kind of a riser. If you're a longtime fan and you've been here since the late 90s, we used to do a bigger concert, but we're going to be stepping that up a little bit. And obviously the Metal Militia, we've got all the things happening in the fan zone, and of course the race on track. So these guys have done a tremendous job putting on a heck of a show here for us at the racetrack over the past few years. And AJ was actually talking to some of our union reps here a little earlier ago about the aging of the track and how good it's gotten for them. So we're lucky, you know. You guys have supported us, as he said up there when we were in the stands. You know, having a full racetrack and a packed crowd and a sold-out crowd means a lot to us. It means a lot to the drivers. It means a lot to the TV partners. It means a lot to the sponsors on the cars and the sponsors you see here. And really, none of this goes around without you guys and your support. So we appreciate it, and looking forward to an awesome weekend next weekend. It should be a lot of fun.
Is there go-kart races going on?
We don't have the go-kart race because we don't have a room over here. But you know, fellow karter here, we got the kart track up today. We could probably go find a couple karts and screw around in those if you want.
Might be able to do that.
Yeah.
I got to get ready doing a go-kart race possibly before Sonoma, so I gotta start testing.
I think we can do that. I think we can do that. We can get Dave in the car too. It was just
Dave, you want to go karting?
I know exactly what you felt like.
Yeah. Well, I
got a question. If Dave, so you haven't been out here, obviously, as you said. So what's it going to take to get Dave in like a two-seater or a pace car ride, get him right against the fence?
I think, you know, yeah, I think we got a pace car right behind us.
What do you think?
We could probably do a lap or two.
Possibly. Do you want me to drive?
Sure. I think we can make that happen. So, Phil, make sure the right front's aired up.
Yeah.
Did you sign the waiver?
AJ, you guys put on a terrific show here every year at Auto Club Speedway. Where is it difficult to pass here, and where is your favorite place to make a pass?
I mean, it's difficult for the reason that everybody's so close when it comes to the Sprint Cup Series. You know, if you take the top, you know, really 1 through 43, they're only separated by a couple of tenths of a second each weekend, which is mind-blowing when you're going out there and competing and knowing that you have to be at your best just to run in the top 10, top 15. But you know, when it comes to this racetrack, what's made the track so amazing in the last couple of years is it's gotten older and aged. You know, this place has become 5 or 6 grooves wide, and the restarts, the lane choices that you can make and work when you're behind somebody, because these cars are so aerodynamic. So if you get behind somebody, you know, your car, it makes it hard to pass, and some of these mile-and-a-half racetracks right now, that's what we fight. So here at the Auto Club Speedway, we got 6 lanes to choose from. We run against the fence all the way down to the grass through the corners on the apron. So it's not hard to pass when it comes to that reason. It's a fun racetrack, and I think over the last couple of years, the finishes that we've seen at the checkered flag makes the racing hopefully exciting for all of you, and really inside the race car makes it a lot of fun.
We have another fan with a question.
Yeah, AJ, you've been around a long time.
Whoa.
I mean, you're a young guy, but you're no rookie. Put it that way. You're no rookie by any means. How do the teams feel when NASCAR changes these rules, and it's been every year for the last few years now? And especially, how do you guys feel with, I guess it's cameras, they see exactly what's going on now, and which last year a lot of stuff was overlooked, really couldn't tell. Are the teams supporting that, or do they feel it's like?
Yeah, I mean, it's we know NASCAR, and we all agree as drivers and competitors that, you know, the reason NASCAR makes a lot of these rule changes is they are trying to make the racing better for us, for you guys. I mean, nobody wants to see 43 cars lined up in a single file line and nobody's able to pass, you know. So the rules changes, they're for the right reasons. Now sometimes when they're made late, and it makes it tough on the teams to get everything in line of what we need to do to show up and be the most prepared. So sometimes we wished that they'd be a little ahead of schedule when it comes to making rules changes, but in the end it's down to it's for the right reasons, and you know, there's trial and error. I mean, there's sometimes they make a rule change and we go out there and it doesn't work, but you don't know until it's hard to go to a test and say, all right, 10 cars go up and race each other and this is what it's going to be simulated. There's nothing like it until you drop a green flag and there's 43 cars on the racetrack. We see it every weekend when we're testing and practicing. You know, you can go all day Saturday, think your car's great, and Sunday you drop the green flag and you're amongst 43 cars and the car doesn't handle the same. So there's a lot of trial and error. And when it comes to the cameras and the social media and all that, it's the world we live in right now. It makes it tough. I mean, it's you can't, everything that you do is scrutinized, it's looked at, whether it's your own personal life, a race team, stuff they're trying. It's what it's all about. You know, we could say we like some of it, we don't like all of it, but it's part of the world we live in now.
Thank you.
How are you gonna how are you gonna react to what before they took away your power and some of the wing in the back? Do you know how it's gonna affect you at this track?
Yeah, I mean, you know, for everybody that you know, that hasn't been paying close attention, two big rules changes were made last year, or at the end of last year going into this year. We took away rear downforce, or overall downforce, but a lot of it came from the rear, the spoiler shorter, and then we slowed the cars down because ultimately, you know, here at Auto Club, we were doing 217 miles per hour down the straightaway in qualifying, which, you know, it's fun to be in the race car, but if something goes wrong, I mean, it's big. So they've taken away downforce and horsepower, which in one way slowed the straightaway speeds down, but honestly, it's actually made the cornering speeds higher by all the racetracks we went to so far. But I think for this race, it'll actually make it really exciting because the cars going slower down the straightaway just punches a bigger hole in the air, which means drafting down the straightaway is even more critical. You can get runs on when cars get 2 or 3 wide. That car behind everybody is going to get a big run because the hole that's punched in the air is going to be huge. So there's going to be a lot more passing, I feel like, and overall it's going to make the racing just a lot more enjoyable for the drivers and for the fans.